Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? So, I don't know what I want to do today. I don't know if I want to knit. I mean, it is very beautiful. Or do I want to spin up this floof that I got? I haven't even opened the package yet. Just got it off of. I don't even know what kind of floof it is. I got it off of Temu. Floof! 100% pure natural wool. Comb top roving for needle felting, wet felting, and spinning. But yeah, it does not. I have no idea what kind of wool it is. Haven't opened the package yet, so maybe we should at least open the package and see what it feels like. It's supposed to be 5 ounces. So hi Pickles. Oh, I guess we'll find out if there's actually 5 ounces of wool in this. Look, where's my scissors? Here's my scissors. All right, let's at least open this. Yep, wrecked my nice scissors with plastic, which I've cut worse with them. So it grows. Ooh, nice and soft. Ooh, it's a good thing that's just squished. For a second there, I thought they had it cut. I was going to be cranky. It's not normally the colors that I would go for, but obviously they were calling to me when I ordered it. And I kind of do like it. But it really isn't the typical colors that I would go for. Good. No cut ends. Nothing's worse than when I run into cut ends. Pisses me off. Let's throw this into a braid and then weigh it up and see if it actually weighs up what it's supposed to. And then we'll decide. Do I want to spin or do I want to knit? I kind of want to spin. I haven't spun anything for a while. Like I was working on some linen when we first brought Mom home, but I don't really feel like spinning linen. Linen is hard on the hands. Good enough. Good enough. It's a nice long braid. Will I even fit it on my scale? Might have to... I might have to find something to put this in to weigh it. I might have to borrow you box of randomness. Hey, Dan! Oh, yep, more kitties. Zero that out. Oh, are we on? We're on grams. Hold on. I want to go to ounces. There. They didn't lie. I got 5 ounces. Nice. You never know when you're getting something off of Temu, whether or not it's actually going to be what they say it is. But that makes me happy. Got 5 ounces of pretty floof. And of course, I'm in ads and didn't even realize it. Harumph. Yup. I kind of want to spin. It is very pretty. Think we'll do it. We will spin, or at least start off spinning. I can always switch to knitting later if I decide I don't want to spin. But I think the spinning will be good. I need to spin, I think. And I'm just gonna start at one end and just go. We have 5 ounces of some really pretty green and white floof. And I want to spin. Oh, I forgot this is the bobbin with the extra long leader. Where's my... Get my foot pedal. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I think we're going to spin. At least start off spinning and then maybe switch to knitting. I don't know. We will see. Spin's quite nice. Other than that one schlub that I lit in. Ooh. It really spins nice. I think I got my tension up a little high. There we go. It's better. So anyways, I totally got distracted. Congratulations on first Shirley. I can't talk. Congratulations on first Shirley. Congratulations on second Cheeky or Steph. And congratulations on third your mom. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everyone's doing really well. Also, Dan, I did say hi to you, but I think ads might have been up. So hopefully you are doing well. I am doing pretty good. I had a nice, lazy, didn't do much of anything day today. I sort of overdid it yesterday. I decided, because it was such a beautiful day, that I was going to go for a walk down at our wildlife center, and it was really nice and beautiful, and I may or may not have pushed myself a little bit more than I should have. And yeah, so my back, which was almost not hurting me, decided, oh, I hate you now. So that was great. But I did get my washer and dryer finally installed. I had to buy a new washer because mine died. I was hand washing clothes for a while, which was fine. I didn't mind it. But they talked me into getting a new washer. Well, my brother looked at this one and was like, yeah, no. You need a new washer. So we ordered it. It came in. And everything would have been fine and dandy, and I would have had it hooked up sooner, but my washer and dryer are stackable. So, hey Timo, how's it going? Yes, I am back. I am back. Come on, Baba. Vinny. Come on. There you go. I am officially back. So are the kitties. But yeah, so because my washer and dryer are stackable, I was not able to put the dryer on top of the washer. So my uncle and my neighbor came over and got it all officially installed and all that fun stuff. So I got to do actual laundry today. It was great. Forgot how nice it is when you don't have to hand wash your clothes. I mean, I had a good system. I actually didn't mind hand washing, but it just means that I can have clothes done a lot quicker. Yes, exactly. It'll be nice when I get this place junked out. I mean, it's not too bad. It's just there's a lot of stuff in here that I don't need or want. And now that I will be officially moving into this place, I sort of need to like clean it out so I can move into it. You're sick for a week? Oh, that sucks. I was sick for a couple weeks there. I mean, I'd already taken the time off of Twitch anyways, but yeah. I got a very, very beautiful cold that lasted like a good 2 weeks. Pretty well lost my voice. That was fun. And other than the coughing fits that I had, it wasn't too bad of a cold. Nothing like the COVID that I got. That was... wasn't really a repair thing, but I finally put together the over the toilet shelving. Nice! I wish my bathroom had room for that. I have very little space in my bathroom, and now that the washer and dryer are back in there, I have less. It was nice when we took the washer and dryer apart, so that we could put the new washer in. I was like, holy crap, this bathroom actually has space. And then we put the washer in and the dryer, and all of a sudden it's like, well, no space left. It has like, yeah, no space to put anything. When you sit on the toilet, your knees are almost touching the sink cabinets. It's very small. Though I do need to get a towel rod put up again. We used to have one that was above the toilet, and that was fine. It didn't take up too much space. But it got accidentally ripped down a couple years ago, and we never did get it back up. I want that back up. We used to we were like, screw it. We've got the hooks on the back of the bathroom door to put the towels on, but then we had to take the door off when Mom came home so that we could get the wheelchair in the bathroom. So now we just have a curtain door. So I have no place to hang my towels except for the towel, like the curtain rod on the shower. So I need to be able to hang my towels up. It feels better, however. That's the kitty bathroom. It's nice that the kitties have their own bathroom. This vanity counter is so small. Yeah, like this one, there's not much room at all. Oops. You almost got whacked in the face. This week is going to be a struggle for me, as April 17th would have been my... Aw. That sucks. I'm sorry, Dan. Hey, Miko. I'm glad to be back. I think I inhaled some cat floof. Yep. I think I inhaled some of your floof or something. Congratulations on your 3-stream streak. Hi, buddy. You make it so easy to spin yarn. But that's okay. I don't mind the distraction. I hope I don't have to treat your ears again. I wouldn't be surprised. You did get outside a couple times. The first time, my brother accidentally let the cats out because they left a window open. And then he got out again. Nobody knows how he got out. We just kind of have an idea of how he got out. Thankfully, the second time, he wasn't out for very long. Like maybe half an hour. What are you doing, Bubba? The kitty. Sorry, I keep asking every stream what this is for penny case, but burp, burp. Oh, thank you for the kisses, buddy. How am I supposed to spin though? You're like right in the way. Are you sure you don't want to cuddle? I can spin while you're cuddling. Hey Gigi, how's it going? I decided to spin. I just realized that you guys can't even see the wheel really. I'm sorry, guys. I'm clearly out of practice. I'm pretty good. I have a Vinny who is demanding attention. Never fails though. It's the moment I start streaming. This guy comes along. Yes. Oh, thank you, buddy. Yes, that was a very nice slobbery tooth scrape against cheek face rub. He really smushed his face in there. Slobber, slobber. You gonna go? Okay. He is. This is the 6.1. The Electric Eel Wheel 6.1. Soho is learning from Vinny and trying to sleep in between my arms. Aww. Picking up some of Vinny's habits. Did you not say there was another one above this one? I think the 6.1 is the highest one up at the moment. They do have the Fold, but that one's smaller. And I know that he was working on another one, but I think it's long. I don't even think it's in like testing mode yet. And I haven't seen anything on that one in a while. It was one that supposed to have like the auto flyer, but I don't know. Haven't heard anything on that one in a long time. Hey, Kiki! Oh, that sucks. What about the Fold? The Fold has, it's like a in between the 6.1 and the Nano. And it folds right down. I want the Fold. I think it's got a 6-ounce bobbin. And this one has an 8-ounce. Hey, Freya! I can't wait for the restock. I just wish it was sooner than... Right? I know, I wanted... They I wanted to get the 6.0 like at Christmas time, just before this one came out. So that was what, 2024 when I first started streaming, and I had to wait until the end of April, almost the beginning of May, before I got this guy. 2024. So 2023 Christmas time is when I was like, I wanted it and I was gonna get it, but I had to wait because it was out of stock and they were putting out the new one. Yeah, I would not mind getting the Fold, and then I also want to get the new Nano just because mine's getting a little tired, but I don't need it, so... Spread off our faces. Well, I will say that this stuff spins nice. It really does spin nice. Dreaming robots. No sweat off our faces. Maybe it was meant to be, though, Jukin. Maybe you were meant to wait a little bit longer. That's what I told myself when I had to wait to get this guy. Right? Yeah, I really like how affordable the electric eel wheels are. I honestly wish that I gotten the bigger wheel when I first started, but then I wouldn't have the 6.1. I would have had the 6.0, which is fine. Like, there's not too much difference, just a couple little things, little tweaks here and there. That was me. Like when I got my Nano, I was like, I'm good. I'm not gonna need anything. And then barely a year went by, and I used my Nano a lot. And I finally was like, I'm like, Mom, all I want for Christmas is money. I'm like, if you and maybe Ty chip in, I think I could afford to get my 6.1. And I was gonna get the 6.0, but they were sold out. So I was like, crap. So yeah, I waited, and then pre-ordered, and yep. The moment she arrived, I opened up the box and I was like, "Oh look, it's Melanie!" And that was literally the thought that ran through my head was, "Oh look, it's Melanie," and that was her name. Oh, you knocked the box over, buddy. You and your tail. You and your tail. I just got. Oh, yeah, I read that. So maybe I am just not getting it, but I am not understanding what the difference really is between the fold and the 6.1. Size. The 6.1 is an 8-ounce bobbin, the fold is a 4-ounce bobbin. I thought it was 6, but yeah, maybe it is a full 4. So it's smaller. And the fold also folds right down into its little box. So, like, it pretty well folds into a box that's like this size. A little bit bigger than this, but yeah. So yeah, it's smaller. It's like in between. So it's like you got the Nano, and then you got the fold, and then you got the 6.1. Yes. It's just basically the fold is just more designed for travel friendly. Um, I've heard that it's really good because it's so new. It's got like a lot of like upgraded components and stuff like that. I don't exactly know all of it, but I mostly want it because of the fact that it is travel size and it folds down. I'll probably never like fold it down, but you never know. It'd be great for like traveling. Then I don't have to get a special case or anything like that. I can just like fold it all down. And 4-ounce bobbin is more than enough. I mean, honestly, on average, the hanks that I usually make are about 2.5 to 3 ounce hanks. So yeah, 4 ounce. Yeah, because the Fold has I think it's got a few more upgraded parts to it than the 6.1 does. So that's why it's not much cheaper. If you actually want to learn more about the Fold and the differences, um, they have Dreaming Robots has a YouTube channel, and so they go over and talk about all their wheels and their other things and upgrades and what's done and um there you go. Perfect. I've watched it. I just don't feel for the price that I would go for the Fold. Yeah, I think it all depends on who you are, right? Like, I mean, if you travel a lot, the Fold might be something more your style. Oh, yes. See, I knew that there was something. I mean, honestly, I don't think I would need any higher RPMs. Like, as it is, I run Melanie on, like, 2 out of 6. I run Melanie on 2. I mean, I probably could go a higher speed, but this is kind of like my comfortable speed. Ooh, that is a little thin. Ooh, nice. There's a couple spinner guilds a few towns away, but nothing like in the town that I'm in. I wish there was. Coming up, buddy? Coming up? Yeah. God love when you have like both the cats on the desk. If I can ever get Mystique integrated and her getting along with the others, I might end up with 3 cats on my desk. Ooh, arrow bars. Lime bubble. Bubbly. I don't like the bubble. I don't like the bubble. My papas. Yeah, you good puppy. Yeah. This boy, I tell you. You good papas? You good papas? Yeah. Welcome back from ad jail. You didn't miss anything. Just mostly Vinny being Vinny. And just in time for your song to come on. Pick up ups. I think he's considering hassling me. I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe it is going to hassle Pickles. Judekin right now currently only has spindles. Judekin is literally how I was when I started spinning. Seriously, Judekin. It's like every time you talk about it, I'm like, oh my, I'm like, that is exactly how I was when I first got into spinning, and I finally like started like deciding to go for an e-spinner and then finding out about the electric eel wheel. It's all good, Retro. How are you doing? You might. Ooh, nice. Okay, that sounds pretty cool, Crimson. I decided I wanted to spin tonight. I was going to knit, but I decided I wanted to tap into this 5 ounces of floof that I got off Temu. And it spins pretty freaking nice, so I can't complain. You learn from the best, right? We just great minds. We're passionate about our spinning. I love spinning. I keep wanting to get more things. I want to get more spindles. I want to get like some supported spindles and stuff, but I also have to remind myself that I have to control my spending, especially now. Set of 3 spindles that are lace weight spindles, and they have spark. Ooh, nice! Hi, buddy. Yep, back out again. That is actually really exciting. I love when I get to try out a new technique. Though you could have always done 3-ply. You just would have had to like wind one into like a ball or something. Right? I feel that. Did you tell you I got a new cookbook? But no. Is it good? My day is good. I plan on trying a couple new recipes. I have a recipe that I keep wanting to try and make. It's a dessert. It's ridiculously easy. And the only thing stopping me is I'm too lazy to make the pudding. And then by the time I'm like, you know what, I could make that pudding up, I've eaten the Cool Whip already. Because it's literally just Cool Whip, pudding, and unsalted soda crackers, or saltines for those that don't know what soda crackers are. And you layer it, and then you add like canned fruit on top. The one that my aunt had, it was used vanilla pudding and Cool Whip, and you layered it, and it literally was it's so freaking good. And then she put cherry pie filling on top. And that was the recipe that she learned. But I think chocolate pudding would go phenomenal. Like a chocolate pudding and then maybe like a raspberry pie filling on top. And you put like a layer of crackers, and you put like a thin layer of Cool Whip. Then you do a layer of crackers and a thicker layer of pudding. And then you just keep doing that until you run out. And then you put like Cool Whip on the top, and then you put the pie filling on top. And then you let it sit in the fridge like 12 to 24 hours. It's better if it sits overnight. It's addicting. Very light and very yummy. and just yum. I need to make enchiladas. I had everything, and then the power went out, and the cheese went bad. Oh, thankfully the chicken was still in the freezer, and the freezer was fine, right? Oh, nice. Chicken and beef, yum. Oh, we have this restaurant here, like, they basically have the same stuff they had before, but now they do donaires. Oh my god, they are freaking phenomenal. And you can get like beef or chicken donaires, and they're huge. Speaking of food, I got another 3 different meals put away in the freezer for hubby. Pasta sauce with meatballs, tuna casserole, mac and cheese with meatballs, and barbecue sauce. Okay, that sounds yummy. I just ate, so I'm not even hungry, but it sounds yummy, and my brain is like, I want to eat that. My stomach's like, no, you don't. You're full. 14 containers, nice. Hey, how's it going? I decided I wanted to spin tonight. I'm doing pretty good. My back is doing a lot better today than it was yesterday. My own fault. My back sort of went out. When I was taking care of mom because I was sleeping in a very uncomfortable recliner, and it was almost back to normal where it wasn't bothering me or anything. And then I decided, because it was a beautiful day yesterday, I drove out to our wildlife center and went for a walk. And by the time I got home, like, my back wasn't hurting too bad when I was walking, and there was like a few benches that I could sit down and rest. But when I got into my car and drove home, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, a raid! Welcome on in, raiders. I got roughly 2 hours sleep, oof, and have been up all day today. Ouch. Oh, and I see a stretch. You loosely claim hijinks. Is there a lip balm in there too? Lip balm and stretch. Okay. We'll do the stretch first and then I'll do the lip balm. Oh. Are you coming up? Could you sit on the desk so I could do my stretch? I gotta do stretches. You make it so easy to do my stretches, buddy. Well, I got the stretch in. It was a bit of a struggle. Are you leaving or coming back? Do you know what you're doing? Come here. Come on. I don't think he knows what he's doing. There he is. He is oblivious sometimes. Anyways, I totally got distracted. How was your stream? Thank you so much for the raid. If you need to raid and run, by all means, you can raid and run. If not, you're more than welcome to hang out. I'm a little bit rusty. It's been a while. This is only day 2 of being back from a month, and the cat helps distract. Stream was good, very busy. We're tired, right? Feel that. Oh, was there a hydrate too? Okay, got the hydrate in. Hey, Kaz. He's really helping me. Bonjour. How's it going? I did the stretch. It was an awkward stretch because Vinny was kept getting in the way, but I got the stretch in. Well, hello from Canada. How's France? I do need to raid and run, so my people are your problem now. All right, sounds good. Thank you so much for the raid. You take care. My sugars are very low. Oh, that's no good. Did you eat something to help? I know you did stretch. I just thought that emote makes it look right. It does kind of, doesn't it? Thank you for the follow. Happy Saturday. I guess it is Saturday. I still have, my days of the week are all like messed up. Yep. Of course, now I got a tickle in my throat. Just what I need to be doing, hacking your guys' ears. Yep. Yeah, it feels more like a Wednesday or a Thursday than a Saturday. Now, it could be because I streamed on a Thursday, and then I went for a hike yesterday. It could also be because I did absolutely nothing today. Yeah, you Mr. Future person. I got up this morning, came over here because I'm still sleeping in my camper. Because, well, Mystique and my bed's over there, and yeah. Anyways, I came over here. I put a load of laundry in my nice brand new washer. Oh, washes so nice, and it's really not that loud. And it sings to me when it's done. Not like any like major thing. It's just like I'm like, oh, it sings to me. Kind of love when you get like something new and then you're just like all fascinated with it because it's just like, ooh, it does this cool thing. But yeah, then I went back over to my camper and I played my game like all morning and well into the afternoon. And then I came over here, made myself something to eat, had a nap in the very uncomfortable recliner because it's the only place to sleep and I didn't feel like going over to the house. And then I got up, made supper, and I was like, oh, well, it's time to stream now. That was a very productive day of doing nothing. was discombobulated because I went to the concert last night and that was so out of my... Right? How was it? Oh, I very much enjoyed my hike. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a hike. It was more of a walk. And most of it was done on, like, a boardwalk, so that was nice. It's really nice walking on a boardwalk. My walk drastically shortened after I ran out of boardwalk and was walking on just, like, dirt road, not even dirt road, just, like, quad trail type. What's going into the fall? My washing machine just makes a beep. The dryer does that. Doesn't say anything. That's how my old washer was, and that's how my dryer is. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, this new one does a delete when you turn it on, and then it has like really pretty chimes when you're like turning the dial to whatever setting. It's like ding ding ding, and then it does a whole like other like kind of like sing-song thing when it ends. The only thing that's slightly annoying is I think it's like 5 or 6 times after every 3 minutes it'll do the chime if you haven't gone in and taken the clothes out. And I was like, at first I was like, I hope it doesn't do that like non-stop, but it stopped after like 5 or 6 times. So I'm like, okay, it's fine. Otherwise I might have had to turn the pretty chime off. I was snuggling my bun. He was watching you and loved being snuggled on. Aww. I love your bunnies. Had an unexpected night out last night. Nice. It was amazing. I always avoided things like concerts because too many people, but it was a small venue and getting to hear my favorite band live was so freaking cool. That is awesome. Hello, how's it going? My microwave used to do that. Jams. Also, how did I forget to say hi to my imperfect sister? I think you said hi. I think you came in and said hi, and I said hey. And then you talked about your low blood sugar. So, did you eat something to help bring your sugar up? Oh, good. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. You had a banana? Yeah, that should have helped. And maybe it'll just take a couple moments. Group hug. We like the group hugs. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Mr. Vinny's making lots of appearances tonight. Pretty much. He went in there and he like pushed himself right in. I couldn't even like put my chin down. He just like jammed it right in there. He's like, I hate when you use that stupid spinning wheel. Yep. Where is it at right now? Me too. My brother was obsessed with Fraggle Rock when we were kids. I liked it, but my brother was like obsessed with it. Right? Fraggle Rock was awesome. Elf. Oh my god. Freaking loved Elf. I think my favorite part, he was always trying to eat the cat. The Fraggle Rock moon landing. Oh, stupid music. Thank you. Gotta love when Spotify decides to just stop. It's like, I don't feel like playing right now. Nice. It's a good song. No need to be sorry about that. a good night, Tibbo. Hurry back, Retro. Have a good night, Tibbo. You take care. I should be. I think I will be. I'm not going to make 100% promises, but I should be. I'll post in Discord if I don't end up being on, but I think I will be. Ford got stuck at the Chevron stuck when the Dodge showed up, but the Dodge got stuck in the tractor rut, which eventually pulled out. Ooh, popcorn, nice. You know, I was just thinking of making some popcorn. Because I realized after we were like doing some rearranging and organizing the cupboards, I have like 3, maybe 4 bags of popcorn kernels. And I was sitting in the recliner today and I was staring at the one shelf where the air popper sits, and I was like, I could go for some popcorn. But I was too lazy to get up at that point in time. Yeah. Maybe I'll make some later after stream. Chevron stuck when the Dodge showed up, but the Dodge got stuck in the trap rut. Track rut? I kind of love when my mouth just stops working. We in luck, but he wouldn't come anywhere near us. Mighty neighborly. Sat outside this morning? Nice. It rained today, so I did not sit outside. But are you back, buddy? Also, I have a little bit of a crick. Not so much in my neck, but where my shoulder blade is. So if you notice that when I go to turn one way, I'm not turning very well, yeah. My dog woke me up at 6:30 a.m. today. On the weekend. Yeah, my cat likes to do that, Mystique. These guys will let me sleep. Of course, they sleep over here and I sleep in my camper. But Mystique, she got used to getting up early because I was getting up around 6 every morning and coming over here. Because Mom had medication that she had to take at specific times. So she got used to that. And then when I no longer had to do that, she still kept waking me up at like 6:30 in the morning. And I'm like, go away. It's sleepy time still. Go back to sleep. Now she wakes me up around, like, if I don't get up at 8, then by 8:30 she's pestering me to get up. I'm like, I can handle 8. 8:30, I can handle that. No worries. Any earlier, it's like, go away. Pardon me for yawning. not stand, sleep all day, playing there's no rain. Stay away. Skin. So when my ex lived here, he got used to me being on his schedule and waking up around 8 to 9. Now, 9 months later, he still wants to wake up, right? Another raid. Welcome on in, raiders. How was your stream? Hey, how's it going, Upcycly? Thank you for the follow. How was your stream? If you need to raid and run, by all means, more than welcome. If not, you're more than welcome to hang out. We are just spinning some yarn today. Welcome back, Gigi. I love yarn too. I bought this floof off of Temu, and I decided I wanted to spin it up. It's spinning quite nicely and looking quite pretty, I think. And if I wasn't spinning, we would have been knitting on this. But I needed a little break from knitting, and I wanted to spin, so we are spinning. I likes to spin the yarn. Welcome back, Retro. I love green apples. Green apples are actually my favorite, if you're talking about the Granny Smith. I haven't tried spinning yet, but one day it's on my list. My recommendation is, if you do want to try it out, get a drop spindle and start with a drop spindle versus spending the money on a machine. Unless you know somebody who has a spinning wheel of some sort that you can borrow, because it's expensive. Yeah. I wish I had known about drop spindles before. I must have known, I just must have brushed them off, because I spent a lot of time on YouTube looking up spinning and like possibly trying to find a way to make my own wheel and all sorts of things. So I'm sure I saw drop spindles, but I think I just sort of like was like, nah, whatever. So I didn't get into spinning with a drop spindle until after I had my spinning wheel, and I'm kicking myself because I love drop spindles just as much as I love spinning wheel. And I actually made my first drop spindle. Be cool to have more hands. Yes, I would love that. If I had another set of hands, I could knit and spin. I had to spend $15 for a $4 set of interchangeable cable connectors because there is no store within 2 hours. That sucks. Right? And I think if I had someone tell me to to try, like, give it a try, don't dismiss it, I probably would have been spinning a lot sooner than I did. Because like I've wanted to spin since I was 14. When I was 14, I was in homeschooling for a brief time, And this family that we were friends with also homeschooled, and they had like kind of like this homeschooling thing. And this lady came up with 2 spinning wheels, and we got to do all sorts of things. We got to like run, because they had a farm, so we got to like go out in the woods and bring things home to try doing dyeing with. We got to try out the spinning wheels, and while everyone else was more into like dyeing the yarn and seeing what they could dye, I was obsessed with spinning. I loved it. I spent the whole afternoon spinning, and then we found out how much a spinning wheel was, and that was kind of like that was it. But ever since then, I'd always wanted to spin. I wanted to spin yarn so bad, and I think if I had known about drop spindles, I would have been spinning eons ago. But it wasn't until 2020 when I found Helga in an antique store that I started my actual spinning journey. Knitting a blanket on the diagonal is getting to be too large, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's it's gonna get real hard on the wrists after a while. Have you seen the streamer Crafty Odd Goblin? They do spindle spinning on here. I don't know if I have or not. I might have to check them out. I don't know. Yeah, is that so, buddy? Yeah? Ow. You used your claws that time, buddy. You usually don't do that. That hurt. Ow. Like, always when I'm doing something. Always. I love this cat. Love this cat. Vinny. Yes. The best was the one time he was looking out the window and he was sitting on my shoulder, or kind of like sitting on my shoulder, and he literally just rested his back end right on the side of my face. I think he's looking for shit to get into. That is my camera. Vinny, what are you doing? I don't have anything for you, buddy. I don't have any treats for you. I have to buy some. As soon as I'm like, I don't have any treats for you, he's like, fine, I'm leaving. If you don't have any treats for me, then why am I here? He definitely missed you guys. Yeah, arrowroot cookies. I gotta get some more arrowroot cookies for him. Some Cable connectors so I can add length. Yep, cable connectors are handy. And I have like, well, okay, half of them are not in their packages, but I have tons of cables. Just most of them are not in the packages because I'm bad at putting them away, so they all end up in like stuck in random things. Or they're on projects. But I know in behind my jar where I usually put all my cables before I put them away, there's like at least 3 cables because I went to put them in my jar and they fell out and they just flopped in behind, and I'm like, well, they can stay there. Oh my goodness, another raid? Welcome on in, raiders. How was your stream? If you need to raid and run, by all means, raid and run. If not, you're more than welcome to stay. How was your stream? What were you up to? Finish a snail and my... Oh, nice! Oh, I bet you that's awesome. Honestly, cables / interchangeable sets should just come with the little... Yes, I actually... My nitpicks did. So these guys came with 2 sets of connectors. There's one set there. And then the other one I've put somewhere else. But yeah, these guys actually came with the interchangeable, or the connectors. And I love that. And my ChiaoGoo shorties also came with connectors. Somewhere, yeah. they're ridiculously tiny. But they're in there. You can't really see them, but yeah. They're tiny. Hello, how's it going? But yeah, all interchangeable sets should definitely come with them. So for future though, nitpicks, at least those ones came with them. So I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone that's rated in. I'm going to lurk. I have a whining pup ready for bed. Right. Yep. I have kitty cats that tell me when it's time for bed and when it's time to get up. You have a wonderful evening and lurk. And thank you so much for the raid. I bought my sets too early in the game. I have 2 interchangeable sets, Knitpicks and Knitter's Pride. I freaking loved my Knitter's Pride knitting needles that I had. I bought them not as a set. I just bought them as like the individuals. And then I bought my Knitpicks set, and I frickin'... They're my favorite needles ever. But I need more. I also have a set of Likey. I don't like these as much. These are my shorties. So they're just like standard size sizes, but shorties. I think these actually came with somewhere. These should have connectors too, but who knows what I've done with them. But the nice thing for anyone that uses Likey needles or Knit Picks or Knitter's Pride needles and cables, Likey cables and Knit Pick cables work together. So I put these on my Knit Pick cables or Knitter's Pride cables all the time. The only thing that I don't like about these, like, they're nice, but the only thing I don't like about them is they're not as sharp. I like my Likey needles, but I like sharp needles, and I find these not sharp enough. Like, okay, I almost never use this size, but like, they're very dull compared to, like, I think these are the same size. No, let's not go that big. Let's you know, do the actual same sizes. There. So I don't know if the camera's gonna show it or not. Oh yeah, let's just throw a needle on the. But can you see? You see how chunky the Likey are compared to the Knit Picks? I like my my sharp knitting needles, but I love my shorties. They're great for when you're Yep. I use my shorties when I'm doing like sleeves and stuff like that. Because I hate DPNs, and I'm not a fan of Magic Loop. I will do Magic Loop for like a little bit, like toes of socks or whatever, but then I have to switch to my shorties. So. Ouch. I think Oh, we did get a bunch of spam. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I kind of am agreeing. Can you take care of that, Retro? Thank you. Like, it was one thing if it was just like the one message, but then it was multiple. And like, we don't need that. We don't need possible questionable stuff. I was just gonna warn, but as you asked, Gems, I have deleted. Yeah, I think it's just easier that way. Something just seemed off about it. There's spamming, and then there's questionable spamming. Right? basically, if you took the first two letters and put them at the end, yeah. Yeah. It took my brain a little bit to catch up, but then I was like, wait a minute, that's. Mm-mm. Yeah. Um, I do. I do because I do toe up. I do the magic loop for the toe of the sock, and then I switch to my ChiaoGoo shorties, and I knit in the round. These ones have the 3-inch needle on. Normally I do the 2-inch, but yeah. So this is what my socks are knit with. Is super short. Oh, and I just pulled some stitches out. Yay. There. But yeah. This is a very fuzzy cat hair covered, floof covered sock because it's been sitting here too long. But yeah, this one is done with it's got the diamond heel, which is basically like a gusset, and I love doing the diamond heel. But I got bored knitting this sock just because it's mostly done just like regular stitch, but then I was doing a slip stitch just for like a subtle motif, and I got bored knitting it. And then I moved on to other projects and other socks instead of going back and finishing that. So eventually. Also, hey, hijinks. Yeah, no, you don't have to do magic loops, especially if you like knitting with shorty needles. Not everybody likes shorty needles. They do take some getting used to, especially if they're the really tiny ones. Like, normally I am knitting with, when I do my socks, runaway cable, I am knitting with needles this size. So they're extremely short. But when I'm knitting in the round with them, I don't even notice. But the nice thing about ChiaoGoo is they have the two different lengths. So you can knit with the 3-inch length if you want. But I did unfortunately kill my 5-inch cable. Hi, buddy. Welcome back. Which was sad because I couldn't get another one. I was able to get a 6-inch cable, but not a 5-inch cable. I also got these shorties, Knit Pick shorties. They're not so bad. I still prefer to knit with my ChiaoGoos, but these guys are actually not so bad for doing socks. I do wish the needle was ever so slightly shorter. But yeah. If there was, I have no idea. Like, I wouldn't have gone through the warranty anyways. I hate warranty stuff. I am one of those people, I buy something online, and if it doesn't fit, I don't send it back. I just shove it in a corner or give it to somebody where that will fit it. That's the kind of person I am. If I order something and it's wrong, I'm like, unless it's like a lot of money, I don't bother dealing with it. Hey Jamie, how's it going? I bought ChiaoGoo before I even began knitting. I kind of regret it. I love them, but I would like to try wooden needles, though I feel like it I love my wood needles, but I do admit I do like my ChiaoGus. But I definitely prefer my wood needles. Like almost all my needles are wood. I think my only metal needles I have are my ChiaoGu. Now, when I was younger, I knit with metal needles because I knit with whatever I could get my hands on. Spinning bamboo on my nice. I think I'll be spinning bamboo into summer. I gotta work on finishing my linen. This stuff is tow, but it's longer than my other tow that I have. So, like, it's chunks like this pretty well. Some are shorter, but for the most part, it's like this. So it's a little bit more difficult to spin with than my other toe. My other toe was like, I could do like long draw and just like this stuff here. That was a weird sound I made, but yeah. I want to try bamboo so bad. One day, I'll get my hands on some bamboo. I bought the fixed 9-inch ChiaoGus in like 4 sizes for sock knitting nice. I would like to have a few different sizes. The only ones I have, like I have these, and then I do have my Likes, but my Likey cables don't go small enough to do like small sock knitting. It goes small, but not quite small enough. And I don't knit socks that big. Maybe if I was to knit a slipper sock, I'd be able to do it. Spinning bamboo. Oh yeah, I read that already. I don't know what kind of wood this one is. But I like it. I love this. I still haven't figured out what I want to do with this turtle, but it's finished. For those that weren't here on Thursday when I was showing this off, we are officially finished this turtle. I just haven't figured out what I want to do with it yet, and I haven't bothered taking it off yet. I think I paid $123 for this, and I have pretty well only used one size out of the out of the 6 sizes. It's 6 sizes in 2 different lengths, and I pretty well have only used the 2.75 because that's my go-to for socks. So there is that, but I have used them a lot. I have not plied that yarn yet. No. I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I don't know if I want to chain ply it or ply it with something else. I haven't decided. Or just do a 2-ply. I haven't. Hence the reason why it's still stuck on the cable. Or I mean, spindle. They are. That's probably why I don't have more needle sets. It's because they're bloody expensive. They are definitely worth it. But sometimes you just gotta be like, I don't have the money. I'm gonna have to save up for them. Guess who's getting a Switch 2 and the HD remakes of Mario Galaxy 1 and 2? I'm going to assume Crimson is! Just want to get all the singles spun and then ply and knit with it. Have a pattern in mind already. Ooh, nice. I still haven't tested out the navy dye yet for that Polworth sweater that I want to make. But that will be coming. I feel like we are going to be doing something with that for Tour de Fleece, I think, is when I'm going to tackle it. Like, I got to get stuff dyed up. I also think I am going to have to buy some merino, because I know I don't have enough Polworth. And I feel like it would just be cheaper for me to just buy a pound of merino. And then I have extra merino on hand. And for those that don't know about the Polworth sweater project that I have, I would dig it out, but it's currently buried. Because everything just sort of got buried and shoved in places. And yeah, so I'm still trying to figure out a lot of things. Still struggling with my consistency in my spins. It takes time. It took me a while, especially with Helga, because Helga was temperamental. My consistency with drop spindles picked up pretty quick, but again, I'd been spinning like at least a year, if not longer, by that point. When I got a drop spindle. Do you pre-draft your floof, Kaz, before you spin on the spindle? Because that might help with your consistency if you pre-draft it. Oh, nice! And then it came on. It was like it was meant to be. Yeah, I don't so much pre-draft, but I spin, like on the spindle, I spin in little chunks. So like I'll do prep work. So instead of having like the full chunk like I'm doing now, I would split it into like 2 to 4 pieces, and then I'd just have them in like shorter increments. Like usually no longer than this. So like in between that, and then I spin it. And it makes it easier for me. And depending on what I'm spinning, some stuff I do pre-draft out, and it just makes it easier. Though if I was spinning this on a drop spindle, I don't think I'd have any problem. This stuff drafts beautifully. Like it likes to draft nice. But not all floof likes to draft. And when I spin this bamboo, I pull off a draft length, fold it in half, and spin from the fold. I have not tried spinning from the fold on a drop spindle yet. I haven't tried a lot of different ways when spinning with a drop spindle, but I want to. I want to try a few things. I feel like if I was to get myself a supported spindle, I feel I would probably try more ways of spinning with that. Maybe not. Spinning from the fold. I'm not a fan of spinning from the fold to begin with. So, but I do occasionally like to mess around with it. I kind of have my set like way of my spinning, which is basically what I'm doing now. But like it all depends on the fiber that you're spinning with. Cuz like if I'm spinning with the right the Arcot. It's been too long. I've forgotten the name again. When I'm spinning with this stuff likes to spin long draw. So I spin long draw with it. But when I'm spinning with this stuff, I don't have to worry about it. And yeah, it all depends on... For me, I find it just depends on the fiber that I'm working with. But yeah, my suggestion, Kaz, is to try pre-drafting. That one is not a Vinny Nest. That was one that a hunk of stuff that I pulled out of the bag. But... this is a Vinny Nest. It's not as bad as his other one. But yeah, this is... Yeah. Yeah, he's... And there's more. There's more. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. He's made a right mess of my floof. Let's put it this way. And I just straightened his blanket out. His bed is half out of the closet now. He's just been a holy terror. They sort of like took over this place while Mom was sick, and I was barely back here for like a month. And this place is destroyed. Because this is where we'd have to, like, if we had people over, we had to lock them up sometimes. They get locked in here. So, destruction. And then just me not coming back here regularly, they took over. And I just have not got around to cleaning it up yet. I'm taking every day as it comes. Some days I'm productive, other days I do nothing. And it's... I look in here and I'm like, no. It's bad. The cats, I mean, it was already bad to begin with, but then the cats really destroyed this room. And I'm just like, no. I cleaned it up enough to stream, and that was about it. But like, we moved a bunch of stuff in here. My brother put a bunch of stuff on the top shelf, and he's like, "It's just there temporarily, and I'll bring it back down." And no, it's still up there. Like, my protein stuff is up there. I can't reach it because there's too much stuff in front of the shelves, and I don't have go-go gadget arms like my brother does. Yeah, and I'm not even short. I'm 5'8", but I cannot, like, if there was nothing in front of the shelves, I could reach it down. But I mean, it's a pretty tall shelf. The shelf is, I think, 6 feet tall. So I'm 5'8", but still. Yeah. If it's at the front of the shelf, I can get it. If it's at the back of the shelf, no. I have to find something to fish it down with. my arms don't want to spin tonight, but I'm so mesmerized by the neon roving that I can't. Right? Been there. Been there. See, that's kind of why I want to get a supported spindle. So that, like, when my arms are too tired. Because, I mean, when I'm not, like, here, I usually spin from, like, here down. You know, that's kind of my thing. But when I'm streaming, the only way I can do drop spindle, basically, is to, like, hold it above my head. You know? So sometimes I want to spin with a spindle, but I don't want to be like arms in the air all night long. So I think a supported spindle would be a really good addition to the stream. I just haven't found one within my price range yet that I like. I mean, I could make one probably, but I would like to have like a good balanced supported spindle at some point. Eventually, I'll save up and get one. I am slathered in Voltaren for the night. Nice. Yeah, I should have did that last night. I definitely paid the price for not doing it last night. I might do it tonight, even though my back's not bothering me nearly as much. Excuse me. I think I am going to, as a safety precaution, put some Voltaren on my back. I think it'll help. Yeah, I think I'd benefit from a chiropractor myself, but I'll probably never go. Though I think I could see myself going to a chiropractor more than I could a masseuse. I am just not comfortable going to a masseuse. But a chiropractor I could do. Hi, Pickles. You gonna come up? Here you are. Here you are. You wanna go back up to your closet? Or are you gonna hang out for a bit? Miss Pickles. Oops. She was leaning right into that, and as soon as I moved my arm, she's like, whoa! Oh, is it my baby? She is shedding. Like, I mean, she's always been a shedder, but now that it's springtime, she's shedding extra. Yeah, you're shedding extra, aren't you, baby? I hurt my foot Saturday before Easter, and then yesterday I fell on the powder room sink. Ooh! Ow! Fell into, but still, ow! That, ow. I've done shit like that. It's not nice. right? Time to wrap Gigi in bubble wrap. Elbow pads, knee pads, wrist guards, and bubble wrap. I need to get sleep, and it looks like lurking ain't working. I'm obviously too excited to have you back, right? Well, you go get some sleep. You need it. And I should be back tomorrow. If I'm not, I will post in Discord, but I should be back tomorrow. A good chiropractor that do laser massage and shockwave, and they have... Oh, nice. Take care, Retro. Have a good sleep. I got the tickle. Oh, it's looking pretty nice. I'm liking it. I am liking it. And it's nice and soft, too. Crimson is yellow. Crimson's changing it up. Oh, I bet. Excuse me. I don't know why. I don't know why this tickle doesn't want to go away. Technically, Twitch calls it goldenrod. Well, it is technically a goldenrod color. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm gonna make myself some tea. See if that helps with this tickle, because the water doesn't seem to be doing diddly. And then we'll be back to do some more spinning. But yeah, I'm really liking the way it spins up. I was worried that I was like, this isn't normally a color that I would get, but that's pretty. So, all right, I'll be back. It looks like ads are going to be starting anyways, so good time to take a break. I am back. Better, unmute before I start talking. Um, I totally did not get coffee. Um, Definitely not coffee. Um, Nice to meet you, Crimson. Also, I see someone follow. Thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. I also remembered to bring lotion back here. And this is the good stuff. This is the good stuff that the hospital uses. This shit. Little goes a long way, and it's nice stuff. Right? We have about 3 or 4 bottles of this stuff now. That we that came back with Mom from the hospital, so I'm taking full advantage of it. Or tubes, I guess. It's not a bottle, it's a tube. But hey, Pickles. You come up? Come on, babies. Come on. These are good girls. Yeah, Vinny's made a right terrible mess of his shelf. And I even fixed it the other day, too. You go up there? Alright. Hey, Pickles, I see a bug. It's right by you. She's busy watching a fly. There's an actual bug she can play with. She loves bugs. Ow. That was a double ow. It was like claws in my shoulder as she slowly slid down. And then because of that, I jerked and my pinched nerve was like, hello, I'm here still. I really need to go to the thrift store and see if I can find a big pot. I was thinking about it last night. I'm like, well, maybe I could just buy a new one. No. No. There is no pot within my price range in the size that I need. Maybe check out the dollar store. I could check the dollar store. But I should look down in the greenhouse and see if my mom's canner is still there. Because that would be big enough, and I don't can. Yeah, I don't have a Dollar General, but I do have a different dollar store, and they do have some pretty cheap stuff there. It is. It's doing pretty good. Like, we still have all this, but yeah, we've almost covered the first layer. You guys hear Vinny in the background? I don't know if... He's taken to doing that at nighttime now. I don't know if it's like a neighbor cat that's been coming into the yard or what. Oh, and I see the music stopped again. Not anywhere near me if there is one. There might be one like somewhere around Vancouver or whatever, but definitely not anywhere near me. I've never heard of it. I also have never been to a Kelsey's or heard of one. Montana's. I've been to a Montana's. I went to the Montana's. I think it's in Lethbridge. I went there once with my hubby. It was okay. Hey, buddy. Stretch! Oh. Welcome up. I did not want to finish the stretch because I knew that he was going to jump up right as I tried to. And then he's like, yeah, no, I decided I'm going to go. So, like, I've been, like, doing all these, like, mental, elaborate planning of what I want to do with the living room. Like, turn it into, like, half living room, half studio. And then I was thinking, if I moved my studio out to the living room, which would be great because the light and everything like that, but if I move it out there, I no longer have the shelf over top, which is like the prime setup for the computer. And then I'm like, should I move my studio out there? Or should I just junk this place out, like do like an overhaul junk out and put in some proper storage and just stay here for my office? And then that way I have more room in my living room. Because I really don't have much space. That living room is tiny, and it also is like half living room, half kitchen. And I was like, Hey, Lainey, congratulations on your 3-stream streak. How are you doing? And then I could go back to locking the cats out of here when I'm not here. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, as nice of an idea as it is, I feel like it would be a bad idea to move my office out there. It's just like the light would be great for me to like be sitting and knitting, but then again, the light generally affects the stream, so like my makeshift curtain, I block the light off anyways. And there's literally only one little wall that's maybe the width of my desk in that living room. The rest is all windows. Like, it is all windows. Yeah, so like, as nice as it would be, I think it would be a bad idea. So, I think part of the reason why is because I'm going to be bringing my gaming computer over, which is going to be becoming the streaming computer, which means I will have more options because that computer can actually handle shit. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to want to sit at my gaming computer out in the living room. But honestly, I feel like I wouldn't. And I could always move this computer out to the living room, and it can become my living room computer. For like watching TV shows and stuff. Yay! Keyboard's cat free! I'm doing really good, Lainey. Thank you. I missed that message. Smaller house. Yeah, the layout in this place. Well, This is a mobile home. It's a very small, single wide mobile home. It's got 2 bedrooms, but this room, which is supposed to be like the spare room, is so small that you could barely fit a twin size bed in it. Like it's not like you could barely fit the twin size bed in here and be able to open up the door. Like that's how small of a space it is. And so it's great for a storage room. And then the bedroom is also small and odd and barely fits a double bed in there without like losing pretty much the whole room. It's honestly not much bigger than my... Okay, it is a fair bit bigger than my camper trailer, but it's not much bigger than my camper trailer. If you were to put like 2 of my camper trailers together, it would equal this house pretty much. Give or take a bit. It's so small. The living room and kitchen are like the size... I'd have to measure it. It's not much at all. And it's all one room. Back when my mom first got this place, after her house burnt down, they had carpet in the living room, so it sort of like divided it. And it was like, you had enough room for a couch and a coffee table and then about this much carpet, and then it was like into the kitchen. And I loved it. I miss the way it was, but my mom ripped up the carpet and took out the couch, and she loves tables, so she had like 2 like dining room tables full of stuff in here or in there, and then she had another desk, and my mom liked tables. Thankfully, when I first moved down here, I think it was when I first moved down here, I convinced her to give the one table, which was it was a really nice table. She got it at an antique store, and it's like had like 3 leaves that would fold down into the table. Nice table. I convinced her to give that table to my brother. So that freed up some room. But she liked her tables. Able to have a whole trailer to myself on an acreage for under $1,000 rent, right? Yes, that's exactly it. Like, I own this place. There's no payments. I don't have to pay anything. It doesn't have an acreage, but it has a lot. It's not in a trailer park or anything like that. I have amazing neighbors one neighbor keeps to himself, doesn't really talk, just turned his property into like a little homestead, which is kind of nice. And then my other neighbors are super amazing neighbors. I live kind of just outside of town. Not really, but basically outside of town. Yeah, I love it. I would not change it. The only thing that I would change is if I had the opportunity to replace this place with a custom built tiny house around the same size. Because honestly, I will tell you, there are tiny houses out there that are bigger than this place. But if I was able to afford to do like a custom built tiny house to replace this trailer with, I would never want to live or leave this place. Like, it's just a great location. See, I don't have a master bathroom. We only have one bathroom, and it's like closet size. But other than that, extension added on. There we go. That, yeah. I wouldn't mind adding on to this place. I would like to just like completely gut this place out, rip the walls out between the rooms and sort of like revamp it. I would like to make the master bedroom a little bit bigger. This office, if I was just to keep it as an office storage room, I wouldn't mind losing a bit of space on here. In here, like, I'd be fine with that. I could give up like a foot or two of space in here, but I would like a bigger bathroom. The bathroom, or even, I'd be fine. Honestly, I'd be fine with the size of the bathroom if I could move the washer and dryer. I think if I moved the washer and dryer, I'd be great. Oh, I see we're getting ads. Also, I notice I am all over the place and half paying attention to chat. So if I missed anything, guys, let me know. I've been noticing where I'd be like answering a question and then I realize that I totally forgot to read like the rest of the messages. So I apologize. I think the storage room that is in the middle of this place was actually the bathroom before they added the extension, right? Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I have like they built a porch on it's like I think it's like 8 by 10. Yeah, I think it's about 8 by 10 porch. I would like to actually like and it's all closed in and everything. I would like to insulate that and heat it and make that a bit of an extension to the house. I think that would be huge. And then year before last, yeah, I think 2024, we because when my mom got the porch built onto this place, she actually asked if they could extend the roof all the way to the end of the trailer. So it was like all this like closed in or roofed in area, almost looked like a carport. And she always wanted to build a deck out there. So when she was in the hospital after she had her leg amputation, my brother came down and we built a deck underneath that roofed in part. So you got the porch, and then you can walk through that door and you have a complete deck out there. And I want to wire that all in and turn it into a large catio for the cats. And then that will give them a place to play and hopefully go crazy out there more than in here destroying my house. But yeah. So I think that would help. Oh, and I'm talking in ads. Yay! Shirley's still here. But yeah, so I have lots of plans with this house. Lots of plans with this house. But it's going to take me time, I think. I think it's spinning that makes me cough. All the lint and the dust flying around in here because it's very dusty in here. Between the cats, the fact that I live on a fairly busy roadway, and then all the floof dust and everything. Yeah, I think when this is going, it sets the floof off. Floof dust and everything else. Yes, I definitely want to actually invest in a really good quality air purifier, especially for in and around where I'm doing spinning and fiber work. But let's see if even just like wiping my wheel down will help. I also haven't like usually I dust at least once or twice a week, or just like half-ass dust while I'm, because I'm in here all the time, but I haven't been in here forever. So she looks much better now. I always forget those little back sections because I don't see it, but there, that's a bit better. I need to do a major overhaul in here, but let's see if that helps. Let's give it a slight dust to the top shelf. Let's see if that helps any. Maybe you should get, what's it called? That Time to Knit. I could switch to knitting. I do have that repeat that I got to finish that I didn't end up finishing off because I just got too tired last time. Should I take a break from spinning, guys, and move to knitting? We do have to finish that sweater. I got to get it done before fall fair. So maybe we'll do that. We'll take a little break from spinning, and we will knit. Well, I don't know if that's what's irritating it. It probably is. I have a feeling it is. Just because it is quite dusty in here. We'll knit. And let's see if, now that I'm in here with my good setup, maybe I can get my tension for Continental, and then I can knit faster. Hey, how's it going? Though I should not have that sitting on top of my book that I need to mark things in. Okay, I did turn that off. It'd be nice if I could knit Continental. Where are we? I have, yeah, two more rounds to do. But yeah, I started knitting this, and I wasn't in my office, so I have a really good setup where I've got hooks above here, and I bring my yarn up there, and it helps with tensioning. I looked at the pattern for this. Can you tell us the name of the yarn? I looked on Temu, but it's impossible. I don't know if you can. You know what? Oh, are you in Canada or the US? Because it'll only work if it's got Canadian. Like, I hate when you send a link and it's like the wrong country, because then it doesn't want to work. SMB hand knitting yarn. I think that's what it is. It's either SMB or they did something funky and did like a L. But yeah, I think it's SMB. Hand knitting yarn. And it's a single ply yarn. Because yeah, I could send you the link, but it's going to be Canadian, so maybe let me look and see if it actually says what it is in Temu. No, I don't want to look at any promotions. Don't show me promotions. Evil. I don't need to buy anymore. Yeah, no, it doesn't give me a name. It just says 400 grams, 50 gram, 9 bundle, 100% wool yarn. And then it gives me the different colors. There's some pretty colors. Not gonna lie though. There are some gorgeous colors. Oh my god, there's some pretty colors. Stop looking, Jams. You don't have any money. You cannot buy any more yarn. Yeah, it's just 100% wool yarn color gradient sheep knitted single strand long distance colored. That's all it's saying. It is like it's single ply, so like um it takes a little bit to get used to working with, because it's not applied yarn. So if you can occasionally like split the yarn with your needle, and it's not like a split plied. It's like you're like literally splitting right into the single. Um, but and it's fine. So if you're not used to working with fine yarn, you might not like it. But it's oh great pickles. Her cat toys in here. It looks shiny, but it's not like silky. It's wool. So, but it's not like it's a soft wool. It feels nice against my skin. But yeah, it does have almost like a sheen to it, doesn't it? But it's not. I think I found it 50 gram each, approximately 180 meters. Yep. Rainbow wool knit thick yarn per hand. Okay, this one's not thick. This is thin. But if it looks like this, then it's probably the right stuff. Of course, it doesn't tell me like the size, but it's thin. Oh, is it? Well, that sucks. There are some other really beautiful, like, let's see, I'm gonna go, like, get some, oops. Look at some of these colorways, guys. Like, there's some beautiful colorways. Yeah. I freaking love, oh, look at this one. Oh, it doesn't really show up on camera. It's like purples and greens and stuff. But yeah, I don't see my color on here anymore. Oh, no, there it is. Look for the... Does it have the color numbers on there? Because if so, look for the 2730-06 is color 28. Let me see if I can find color 28. Of course, they're not in order. 15, 16, 25. No, they don't have color 28 on mine. But yeah. It's pretty stuff. 27, 30, 28. Well, they got... Yeah, I don't have the 28 on here. They got the 2730, but not the 28. Well, that sucks. I kind of like the 25. 25's got like beiges and chocolates and stuff. It's like gray, browns, and beige color. It's not really showing up on camera very well. But yeah. I kind of like that. Need some pickles alert. Give me pickles. There you go. Number 20 is also pretty. And 24. And 26. Honestly, I think I like them all. But I can't afford it. So we're just gonna stop looking before I do something I can't afford to do. But I wouldn't be surprised that if, like, because yours is American Temu and mine's Canadian Temu, they might have some colors that are available in the US and not in Canada, and vice versa. I've found that before with like looking at like Red Heart, when you're like, I think it's Red Heart or Yarn Inspirations or whatever. It's like the Canadian versus the American. There's different colors available. Some colors are the same, but then other companies have one color and the other company doesn't, or country, whatever you want to call it. Oh, my camera's not down low enough. You guys can't see me knitting. On the back of the balls, it says 180 meters or 196 yards. That's very blurry. Sorry. Come on. Is it gonna... Yeah. So they're 50 gram skeins and they're 180 meters to, or like 196 yards. I don't know if it says on the site. I don't remember if it said the yardage on the site. I think it just gave the grams. But I think one of the pictures in here did actually show a single ball, and then it showed the stuff. Hold on, let me look. Okay, so they do, at least on the one that I'm looking at, it does show one single ball, and it does say like the total yards. So for 9 balls, apparently it's 787 yards. Oh, for a 4-pack. For a 4-pack, it's 787 yards. And so 50-gram pack total for... So for 200 grams, it's 787 yards. But the reason why I figured out how much I needed was due to the fact that I had bought this a while ago, and that's when I decided I needed it. And the yardage is on the balls. And then when I started working on this sweater, I realized I was going to need more, and I ordered another 9-pack. So I'm probably not going to need all this. But if yours are 9-packs, hold on, I could add it up here. So if the ones you're getting are a 9-pack, like these, you are looking at 196 times 9 equals 1,764 yards altogether for a 9-pack. They're 5-packs? Okay, so if they're the same and they have the same yardage as this, you're looking at 6 times 5 equals 980 yards for a 5-pack. I know that I got a 3-pack of them before, and then I found but yeah, they're the same yarn, but this one came as a 3-pack. So they come in different size packs, depending on what section of Temu you look at. Hello, how's it going? I know I should not go on there, but do they got a prefab office for... Right? I like, seriously, I run into so many things that I don't need that I never even realized I needed until I went on Temu, and then even if I convince myself not to buy it, because some of it is out of my price range, then I sit there and fixate on it and think about it. Do you use OBS to stream? Yes, I do. It sometimes has attitude issues, but I think a lot of that has to do with my computer. It's not very good. But yes, I use OBS. I'm not a pro at it, but I know the basics. And there's quite a few videos, too, on how to use OBS. If you need help with that part. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, my friend basically kind of like showed me a couple little basic things because he used OBS. And then I just kind of like went from there. And then another friend showed me how I could set it up so that I could listen to music and Twitch doesn't record it. So I can, oh yeah, gotta love Floof, gets everywhere. But yeah, I can set it up in the sound settings so that you guys can hear music on the live stream, but it doesn't record. So when I post my video later, the music's not on there. Which is kind of fun, watching the video and I'm just yakking and randomly singing to songs that you can't hear because the music's not there. Yes. Yes, I experienced that. I experienced it with spinning as well. I need to like start stretching my legs. Like after that walk, my calves are so stiff. I'm like, and I don't notice it until like I go to move a certain way, and that's like, oh, I feel that. It doesn't really hurt, but it's very tight. Yesterday, it was beautiful day out, and I drove out to. We have a wildlife center nearby, where it's like on the wetlands, and there's all sorts of beautiful birds and stuff, and turtles. I got to see a couple turtles. I love turtles. I couldn't get any pictures because they swam away too fast. I couldn't even get my phone out in time, and they were like, "Ah, person!" dive under the water. But when I first came up, there was like 2 turtles on a log, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta get a picture of that." And I reach for my camera, and they're both like, "Yeah, nope." But yeah, I went for most of my walk was on boardwalk. Like I really enjoy walking on the boardwalk, and there was a few benches on the boardwalk, so that was nice. But then after the boardwalk ended and I was more on like almost like a quad trail around like the wetlands and like just like these little roadways where service vehicles obviously go. And I was like walking along and I'm like, okay, this is not as easy a walking. This is, and I don't have proper shoes. So, I wasn't wearing the best of shoes for actually walking. And then I got to the first lookout tower because there's like I think 3 or 4 like really tall lookout towers that you can go up. But of course, the first one that you come to is under construction right now, so I couldn't even go up the tower, which was kind of sad. But yeah, so I got to the first tower. There was a picnic table there. I sat down on that, decided to walk a little bit more, realized I don't think there was any benches anytime soon, and my back was starting to like be like, I hate you right now. And so I was like, okay, we're gonna just turn around. Went back to the picnic table, took another break, and then walked around, got back to the boardwalk. And as soon as I got back onto the boardwalk, my body stopped yelling at me so much. But I definitely feel it today. I felt it the moment I got out of my car after, like, I got back to my car, got in the car, picked up some lunch because I was hungry at that point, came home, and then when I went to get out of the car, I'm like, oh, I hurt. So yeah, I need to get some good shoes. Welcome back here, Mom. And the ads. Of course. Yeah, I need to do it more. Now that I don't have mom to look after, I have a lot more freedom in my day. And so my plan is to get out more, and also um I I have to get in shape for next year because we want to hike up a mountain, which is for an active hiker who's like, a good active hiker. It's about a 4-hour trek up to the cabin, and then we got to go up a mountainside to where some of my dad's ashes are buried, and we want to put some of my mom's ashes up there. And I got to get in shape enough to do that. And my brother figures even if I do get in shape, a year's not going to be enough, and it'll probably take the whole day to hike up there. And then we'll camp overnight and come back home the next day. So I really want to do that. I've been wanting to go back up there since we took my dad's ashes up there. We that was a 2 hour horseback ride up a switchback river to get up there if you have horses, and that's how we did it the first time. Because my uncle used to own hunting territory up in the mountains. There was 3 cabins, and that was the cabin that my dad used to, whenever they were out at that cabin, he would go up the mountainside and it looked down over the valley, and he would just sit and read his books. And yeah, so we buried some of his ashes up there, and I've been wanting to go up ever since. No, there's no other way. It's way up in the mountains. There's no road at all up there. So it's either horse or by foot. And it's not even an open enough valley that you could fly up and land a helicopter. So unless the new owner of the hunting territory has done a lot of clear cutting in there, yeah, there's not even a place to land a helicopter um, by the cabin. Yeah, well, for the most part, the trip there is fairly like on flat ground. Like, there might be a little bit of hills or whatever, but it's for the most part flat ground. And then the mountainside up is like maybe 300 feet up, and it's about like that kind of incline, maybe a few places that are about like that. But like, so like the up to where his ashes are is the only steep part. The rest of it's pretty well, you're like on just walking through the bush on ground like this. Yes. Yes. My brother's been up there once before. He hiked up there once before. Um but yeah, we've been wanting to go back up ever since we took some of my dad's ashes up there when I was like 12. Was it 12? Yeah. Yeah, I was 12. So that's the last time that I've been up to that cabin. It was the first and only time that I ever went up there. And I've been wanting to go back up ever since. And I always swore that one day I would go back. So this is like the perfect opportunity. I gotta change my earbuds. If I can. Yeah, it's mostly distance and trudging through the bush. It's like where the cabin is in like a valley. So like there might be like slight inclines in certain places, but for the most part the cabin is in the valley. And then one second.